I'm Chester Ng. I head the Unity Ads business in Asia Pacific, and we are actually here today to actually meet up with the developers from Indonesia. Yeah. I think Game Prime is very exciting. I mean, this is the first time that we are actually participating in Indonesia. We are very happy to sponsor the event today to actually have a booth to meet up with the local development scene, regardless whether they are students, they are working in the studio, or they are really professional hardcore game developers. We all want to meet them, right? The most important thing is to spread the message to everybody, saying that we have services such as Unity Ads to help developers succeed. Yep. Yeah. So Game Prime, absolutely fantastic. Very motivated. I will definitely come back again next year. So what we have seen so far, a lot of the games that's created in Indonesia seems to focus a lot on the local content. So it's local production for local content, right? I think this is first steps, right? Because this is where the comfort level is for most developers. But I think in time to come, I think the game studios or game developers will start to think global, right? When they start to think global, they want to reach out to more people to play their game. They need to go international. They need to use English as an international language to reach out to gamers like in Singapore, in US, America, and so on and so forth, right? I see great potential. I mean, I've been talking to students, they are very excited about Unity and how Unity is playing a big role in their passion for creating games. I met up with studios and they were very happy that Unity is a tool for them to create games. And of course, Unity Ads, we are trying to make sure that we give them meaningful revenue so that they can actually earn money to start up a new team or start up a new project, so that they can continue to make great games. Unity Ads is introduced as a service to help developers to monetize their games. Now, the first problem with a lot of games are two things. One is discovery. When you make a game, who's going to play it? Right? So obviously you need to spend a bit of money to actually advertise and let people know that you have such a game. Now the second problem is that, when you make a game, what is the business model, right? Are you going to depend 100% on your gamers to buy in-app purchase? The reality today is that less than 3% of the gamers that you have in your game actually buy something. So that leaves with 97%, right? So 97% are not paying, and for a lack of better word, freeloader, right? So you need to find out a way how to actually monetize, right? So ads is a very natural way to actually show to the gamer in exchange for a reward. So for the first time, almost the first time, it is very happy when you watch an ad, because when you watch an ad, you get something in return in the game. That helps you, it's like a prize, right? So it helps to increase lifetime value of the gamer. It helps to increase engagement. It helps to increase the excitement of the game, because the last thing you want is to piss off your player, and they quit the game and uninstall because you make the stage so difficult, right? So ads actually plays a very important role to help players to excel and play throughout your game. Currently, Unity Ads is focused on iOS and Android only for mobile games. Yeah. So there is more than one way to do ads in your game. Some people say that rewarded ads brings the highest amount of revenue to their game. Some people say that a good mix of interstitial static banners and reward banners, reward videos in your game seems to work better. It actually all depends on the game design, right? And the developer's objective, right? If they want to focus on reward ads, they should just use Unity Ads. If they want to have a good mix, they should use other vendors as well. It's definitely possible to mix more than one. Yeah, because I'm a strong believer that there's more than one way to do things right. Yeah. So the tips about Unity Ads is that I think I always encourage our developers, before they design the full game, they always need to have ads in the top of their mind. when they design the game, where they want to structure the game in such a way that they can get a reward. And that's where the ad comes in. We also have other services like analytics to actually help game developers to find out where are the spots in the game that is suitable to put an ad, right? Where is the drop-off point? Where are the players having difficulty in the game stage? The analytics will be able to tell you where, and the game designer is able to find out at which spot they should show a rewarded ad. So I think that's the only tip I can give, because I myself, I'm not a game designer, but we have seen enough games to actually give good advice. Yeah.
So it's about the placement of the ads, right?
Yes, I think it's the placement of the ads and when the ads comes out, right? Of course, you don't want to, like, every 2 seconds of the gameplay you show one ad, and that would be super irritating. You need to make sure that there is a time, what do you call that? A session. Like, for example, every 10 minutes of gameplay, you show an ad, and so that you, as I said, you don't want to piss off your player, because without your players, there will be no game developer, right? Without no game developer, there will not be Unity. So it's a domino effect, right? So we need to make sure that every part of the stage we are doing it correctly.